Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to MRC-X, part of MRC, the show that never ends. Tonight is round 3 of our 13th season. We will be at the Hungarian. This 14-turn, 2.722 mile circuit has been in use quite a long time in this iteration since 2003. Now, what comms would be without a co-com? Now tonight we have a firstie for MRC. I've spoken to him a few times as a friend and he's decided to try his hand at comms, so please everybody welcome our favourite Scotsman. It's Grant Swain, also known as Scottish Ninja. Good evening.
Good evening, Mark. How are you all?
I'm pretty good, thank you.
Good, glad to hear it. Now everybody can put a voice to the name.
Yep, and they've got us for 70 laps tonight. It's a 100% race.
Well, I just hope everybody can keep up with me, or I can keep up with them.
as long as you don't go full-blown Scottish Swahili, we'll be all right.
Well, if I do, apologies in advance.
Let's get this link shared for the stream. I believe everybody's just getting the setups on, and then we will go racing. As it's, I believe tonight is a reverse grid championship, so we will see the challengers at the front, the elites at the rear. We'll go through the grid when we get there. Let's have a look. We've got a few YouTube comments popping up, so let's see who's saying hello for the evening. We have Erapel saying good luck all, and Martin Hill saying evening fellas. I'm sure we'll get a few more comments before the night's over.
Yeah, good evening, Martin.
Maybe a few comments for you from Fabian as well.
Oh, no, just, no. That guy is just, he's in another planet, that boy.
It's alright, we'll cover that when we get to a safety car chat.
No, yep.
One of the subjects I've got lined up. Good evening, Mandy. Here we go. It looks like we're about to get some action. So there we go, our grid for the evening. CBG Sambal will take pole position. J Mur in second. Ghost Rider third. Geke fourth. Connor fifth. Smith sixth. Airways seventh. I believe that rounds out our challengers, so we'll move on to the elites, which would be Dumbest Hornet in 8th, Red Car Rambo in 9th, Single Track in 10th, Woomax in 11th, Warpy in 12th, BRD Calvin in 13th, BitW in 14th, Saviour 15th, Captain Nib 16th, G-Star 17th, Anton in 18th, Chris Bailey 19th, and Kid Dynamite will start from the back, trying to do his usual last to first. Tyres, we have G-Star on hards, Kid Dynamite, Chris Bailey, Saviour, Lorpy and Connor on the mediums. Everyone else has gone for the softs.
Well, this is going to be an interesting one. Let's start. I think after the first 3-4 corners, there'll quite a few spots to try and overtake.
Yeah, it's not the easiest of tracks though, because it is quite narrow, but it can produce some very good races and some very, very good defending, which of course we'll cover in possible safety car chat, or maybe if the race tapers off a little bit, we'll cover it then.
Well, let's hope we don't get a safety car.
Mr. Hodgson says hello.
Hello, Hodgemeister.
Stubbs done my usual evening, ladies. I kind of expected that I do it every time somebody's on comms, so they've got to get their own back. Ants said hi. You should be driving.
To be fair,
evening, Valentine. Good to see you've turned the assists off.
He could kind of get away with it because there's a lot of people who call a kilt a skirt, so you know.
There we go, we're just reforming the grid and then we will get some action. Let's hope that nobody does a Bottas into turn 1. There we go. 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and we go! Racing! Away nice and quickly tonight. Sambal gets a good start, so does Mert. Everybody seems to have got away fairly well.
Not much changing there.
We've got Red Car Rambo's come up quite a few spaces, so's Dumbest Hornet. Let's hope everybody gets through turn 1 unscathed. Connor's shot to the front. What a start he's had.
Oh!
Oh,
No, he's not.
I think Ghost Rider got a little bit too late on his brakes there, but managed to hold it. Dumbest Hornet up to 3rd. What a start he's had. Red Car Rambo up to 5th. Looks like everybody's got through fairly cleanly though, which is good to see.
Yeah. Who's right there?
Red Car Rambo. Oh, and he's lost it. Which has collected someone with him as well. That's unfortunate. Woomax. It's just one of those things though. We have a virtual safety car, so they get a chance to calm themselves down a bit.
The only other good thing is it's centre laps as well, so...
He just ran a little bit wide, caught the curb, and back end just went. It happens, unfortunately.
Yeah, but that's the thing with this track. It's like you said, it's narrow, it's kind of high speed, but you need to get into your rhythm. It's more for a rhythm type track.
Let's have a look at the movers and shakers then. So Connor, like we said, a fantastic start, 4 positions. Ghost Rider at 1, Dumbest Hornet up 5, J-Mer's down 2, Sambal's down 4, Geke's down 2, Lopez had a good start as well, he's up 5, Airways down 1, Smith down 3. Bailey. Wow, Bailey, 8 positions. Hang on, we've had some disqualifications here, or at least 1.
Big Chris, eh?
Woomax has been disqualified. We've got a bunch of people in the pit lane. What's going on here?
Why is Woomax? Oh,
G-Star's got caught up behind single tracks. They're sharing a pit box.
Oh,
that's unlucky. It looks to be only Woomax that's been disqualified. I think he's literally caught the pit wall or spun it on the way in, and it's disqualified him for it.
That's a shame.
It has been becoming very harsh on that as the game since the last update.
Quite a few pit lanes are like that.
Well, we saw it in, was it Jeddah the other day as well?
Yep.
People getting disqualified for absolutely no reason.
Yeah, and sadly the new game's going to be the same engine, so...
While we've not got a massive amount of action, I was looking into this the other day.
Yeah.
Apparently the Unreal Engine isn't optimised for racing games. So WRC, especially on PC, is suffering massive frame rate drops and lag, which is possibly why they've not moved over.
Right.
But what I would like them to do, if they wanted to stick with the Ego engine, is build the game from scratch again. They could at least give us that.
Yeah, basically.
That would get rid of the deep-rooted problems. The engine's not awful. I mean, it's a bit outdated now, but it's not awful. You could update it slightly and give us a refined version of the game. Just piece it all back together from scratch. Get rid of all these base gremlins.
Yeah. You're just asking for that a little bit more quality, especially, like you said, the boys that have fought out for the next gen console. I mean, it's coming up for 4 years old now, so you're really wanting to try and get the best performance out of your console, and you're not really getting that with this game. Quite a few games are like that, not just Formula 1. I mean, but
problem is we're halfway through the game cycle. They should have phased out the old consoles by now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, the PS5 Pro's supposed to land at some point this year. What's the point in that if you're still playing games that are on PS4?
Saying the words just right out of my mouth there, just say what is the actual point bringing a new console out? Because if people can't afford to buy the PS5 just now, they're not going to be able to afford to buy the Pro.
Oh, Ghost Rider ran very wide at turn 1 and Dumbest Hornet just went, thank you very much, I'll have that position.
Thomas Hornet's done well, up 6. Look at Loppe, up 8 into P4.
You always see this with a reverse grid race. You will find that, you know, the elites are going to come through. It's just a matter of time, but it's how well they can come through.
I think Bailey's had a moment, he just dropped a couple of positions.
Let's go down and have a look. No damage I can see, so maybe just a little bit of a squibbly moment.
Yeah.
He's now got himself a bit stuck behind Geke though, on a very tight part of track.
Look at Captain Jack Sparrow, your nibs, up 7 into P9. On yourself. Anton up 11.
Captain
Expect
Jack
that from him.
Jack Sparrow's in the YouTube comments.
Is he? Oh, hello.
Of course he is. Captain Rum, Mr. Hodgson.
I can't see the YouTube chat.
Load it up on your phone or something.
I'll get a laptop out.
Yeah, he's in the YouTube chat, and because he can't race because he's injured his foot, he's probably sat there with his feet up and a glass of rum, I would guess.
Oh, rum, that man. Never met a man so enthusiastic about rum. He sent me a few photos of his collection, I'm like, the real Sparrow.
Literally.
Yeah.
Why is all the rum gone? Of course I know you so well. We were teammates for long enough. And partied for long enough as well. And we missed that one. Dumbest Hornet's now taken the lead from Captain Bottle Job Connor.
So he is. I wonder where Connor's made the mistake. Oh my god, look at his car. Look at it.
Who's Connor?
Aye, he's blinded me.
That's nothing compared to what Mr. Hodgson usually comes up with. They're normally bright yellow. You literally need sunglasses to sit here watching it. Or turn the brightness down. Let's go have a look at Bailey, because he's just cutting his way past Smith. On the penultimate corner as well. That's a nice move. And he's in DRS zone for Captain Nibs as well, so...
Anton's at the moment. He's spun out. Come on to the start-finish line straight.
Connor has a big issue slowing down and understeer. Well, tell him to stop driving his bottles then.
Or throw his bottles out.
Hodges throwing his empty rum bottles at him. Let's go have a look at Airways, having a nice battle with J Murr at the moment. The field is quite spread, let's hope it...
Yeah, I'm going to have a look at Red Car Rambo, see how he's getting on. He's currently 7 seconds behind, 7.3.
Yeah, them few that had to obviously pit for damage, it's not...
Yep.
Not ideal. From what I can see on stream, need a strong front end round here, my speciality. Too much of a strong front end though, you can make a very stable rear end. Here comes Airways, is he going to make it stick into turn 1? He is, and he's got the DRS on the exit as well, which should help him defend.
Good move.
Very good move.
That's a driver that's vastly improved.
That's a driver that expert tier is calling going, come here.
Yep. I mean, I know myself I've improved. It's just sometimes I just make silly wee mistakes, and that silly wee mistakes will cost you.
That's kind of the issue when you go no traction. The slightest misjudgment with that throttle pedal and you're going flying. You're like Kylie Minogue spinning round. Literally. See that there? That took me 3 times to say that. Is that one of those words that the Scottish people can't say?
No, please.
It's alright, we're not on a safety car yet.
Yeah.
Let's see if Mr. Bailey manages to line up Captain Nibs for the start-finish straight.
No, near him tonight, Hodgie.
No rum, just a Scottish accent.
Yep. Near him, big man.
Ooh, Chris was a little bit late on the brakes. I think he gave Nibs a little love tap and it's put him out of position for the run down to turn 2. I think he was trying to get as close as possible.
Yep. Chris Bailey's...
Mandy's left you a nice message in the YouTube chat.
I just had a look at Bailey behind Nibs there. Nibs has just got a 3-second penalty.
Let's go have a look at Saviour because he's still down in 17th. This is not what I expected to see.
You know something? There's different strategies across the board, and it's going to be interesting when once we get to around about lap 20-30 to see.
Although what we've got to factor in is BRD Calvin downwards have all stopped once. I'm assuming damage related.
Yeah. And what tyres are they on?
They are a mixture.
Soft, yep, soft, mediums, hards, medium.
Yeah, we've got Kid on soft, Saviour on hard, the rest have gone mediums.
Yeah, I think Saviour could have
So
played a move to get him into
Saviour's
the top
trying
10.
to run very long here.
Yep.
What he's going to want is
a
lot of people in front of him to pit and then get a safety car so he gets basically a free pit stop.
Free pit stop, yep. I just seen what Mandy says in the YouTube chat.
Yeah, we'll come to that one.
Yeah. Don't worry, the comedy show's on its way.
Well, it depends if we get a safety car.
Well, I hope not.
That's one of the subjects of safety car chat. The Scottish accent and things you cannot say. So it's closely followed by the Yorkshire accent and things that we say very differently.
Yep. Like a roll, you call it a what? A barn cake?
No, that's Lincolnshire or
what is it you call it?
Several different options, depends what part of Yorkshire you're from.
It's mental.
But that might be another subject of safety car chat as well.
Yeah, debate. Oh, Monday bread cake, oh no.
That is one of the Yorkshire options.
Hodgie, have to explain that for me. You'll hear it shortly, Hodgie. So, just get a rum in hand and be ready.
Don't you start, Mandy, with what you call it, so...
I wonder when these soft tyres are... what lap they're going to pit.
Have you done any practice on this track yet?
Yeah, I done a little.
How many laps were you getting out of the softs?
I didn't really do the softs. I was in the practice on Thursday night and it was really just hard mediums. It was more to get used to the track. But I think I got 14, 15 laps out of my hards and they were sitting about 38%.
So because it's 100% race, you would double the amount of laps you can do. Because the degradation on the tyres is subjective to the length of the race.
You're talking about 32 laps and hards done.
Yeah, and I mean, a lot of guys will take them to 50%, so...
Yeah, so...
You're probably looking maybe...
35, 40.
Yeah, about 40 laps, I would have thought.
Say 10 on softs and 20 on mediums then.
Well, Valentine says 8 or 9 decent lap on softs. I'm assuming that's on 50%, so on 100% you're looking 16 to 18.
Well, that was just my setups. My setup might be rubbish. So some other people might have their setups.
Again, there's a lot of debate on heavier wings can cause you to obviously get tyre wear, but then is it offset by the fact if you run them too skinny, you're sliding around the corner, so you're literally graining the tyres by taking the rubber off them.
Yep, quicker.
So it really depends on your driving style. If you can run lower wings and be smooth on the corners, it works out better for you.
Captain Nibs is keeping Bailey at bay here.
Certainly is. I mean, that could be Captain Nibs is on softs, Bailey's on mediums. That could
Bailey
be playing a part here.
I'm going to call Chris Bailey Big Bailey. That's his new name. Big Bailey.
Normally we call him the blowhole.
That's just... I could call him Big Billy.
that was
Scottish term.
It was actually your Scottish compadre that nicknamed him the blowhole.
Oh, was it? I'll call him the blowhole then.
Good old Gav.
Gav Meister.
Because me and Chris did a tier 3 comms once, and Gav joined us as a driver comm. Chris nicknamed us the Lion, the Witch, and the Blowhole.
The Lion, the Witch, and the Blowhole. Valentine just says, give or take, they'll last about 16 or so, but performance drops way before. So.
Again, it's all setup related. Your suspension can make a difference to how long your tyres last. There's a lot of factors in it. And it all depends on your driving style, how your setup suits, and how aggressive you are. Me and Hodgie, when we were teammates, we generally ran about the same setup because we used to share data with each other. We always realised that he was a little bit more aggressive, whereas I was a bit more gentle, so I could get a little bit further on my tyres. But obviously, because he was being more aggressive, he was generally the quicker one. But it kind of paid well because we never really clashed on pit stops.
Yeah, there's just enough time between you if you were to pit together. I was just watching Kid Dynamite there in Gecko, had a nice wee battle.
Chris has finally got Nibs.
Oh.
But I think Nibs is trying to come back at him.
Bailey's held him off.
Yep, Hodges just said, yeah, we did, bro. We were very, very well matched. Yeah, we were. We had a really good season together when we won the Constructors, especially. Maybe one day we can revisit that once I find some pace again.
Yeah, I think you just need to kind of...
I want to find a foot that can actually race properly.
You just need to kind of get your foot better and...
I might have to try racing.
Practicing.
I might have to try proper trainers instead of my racing shoes.
You know something? I just use... Well, I don't use any shoes. I just race my socks.
I can't with these load cell pedals.
Oh, right enough.
That's where my problem is. It's a load cell pedal. If it was a normal soft pedal, I might be alright.
Right, Simba. You're going to have to hold the fort for 2 seconds, pal.
Not a problem. So we've got Ghost Rider, Lorpy, Airways, all in a very short space of time and all battling for the same position. It's a good battle going on there. Not a lot's happening with it though, so let's have a look further back and see how BitW is getting on against Geke. I think he's going to make that work into turn 1. He does. Works very well. And we have Single Track making his way through as well. I'm actually really, really liking his livery. I believe he said it... Single Track's livery.
Sorry, I interrupt there.
No worries. I think it's Bahrain based, he said, 2005 in ode to an Alonso winning the race.
Nice.
Oh, and he's just shot past Geke Matthew with a late braking manoeuvre. That was brilliant with that.
Apologies for that. I had to go and get an important thing there. A bottle of ginger.
Oh, and I know exactly what BitW's car is in ode to as well. Ah, you had to go get your bottle of Iron Brew, did you?
Yep, 1901 out the fridge.
Yeah, Bit W's car is basically the Jordan 191.
Bit W is just it's actually similar to the corners, just a slightly darker colour.
Well, that's definitely. He's even got on his halo first.
Oh.
You have to finish Michael Schumacher. The Jordan 191 is the 1991 Jordan that Michael Schumacher made his debut in.
Oh, Thomas Hornets let the team down. He's just went for a standard game livery.
I know, shame. BRD Calvin's running out an Alfa Romeo livery. In fact, let's go through and have a look what we've got. So yeah, dumbest with, we can get skipped. Connors is quite bright, but definitely not Hodgie bright.
No.
Lorpy.
I quite like, something I done a grey livery once with slight colours. I quite like the grey kind of liveries.
If you turn that grey to white, you've literally got that Visa Cash App chip and pin, whatever it's called these days.
Contactless.
Basically the Toro Rosso MasterCard blooming thing. You know what I mean though.
So, Battle Job I've seen.
Ghost Rider, let's have a look at his.
Yeah.
Very standard sort of livery, but looks really good actually. Sometimes the standard ones work.
Yeah.
Anton.
I like things that stand out, but I like subtle things as well. Anton's is quite nice. I really like that fact.
It is quite nice, that is actually.
And you know me, I don't like green.
Oh well, I like Airways. That. Black with the slash of blue.
Let's have a look at Airways. Yeah, Airways is nice as well. It's quite hard. There's a lot of nice liveries so far.
Chris's. I like Chris's, but I liked it when he ran it last time as well, which will have been on, I believe, F1 2021, back in season 6 when we restarted MRC-X, and he had a final showdown against Mark Hodgson for the title.
Oh, Nibs just went wide there and lost our place. BRD's in there.
So that's what Chris Bailey's is a throwback to.
BRD's just an Alfa Romeo.
Yeah. Captain Nibs.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like his blue, the blue above his car. I like that.
To be fair, it looks like something Peter Wright would wear. with his ever changing shirts.
Purple.
Captain Nibs has just got speeding in the pit lane penalty as well.
Oh, slow down, Paul.
Kid Dynamite is running. I think it's his usual. Single tracks we've covered. G-Star, bright green, simple, but yeah, it works.
Yeah, it's nice.
Our Saviour's now making his way through. I wonder if his was made by his girlfriend again. I best be nice just in case. JMO, when it gives me a decent view of it, that is.
Oh, his is quite nice. It's like a Miami type theme.
Yeah.
That's actually quite nice.
Geke Matthew.
Can't see it yet.
That looks like a take on an Alfa Romeo, but looks like he's actually done it himself.
Yep.
But a 2022 Alfa Romeo where it was white and maroon, not the black and maroon version.
Yeah,
Captain Nibs.
Remember that. Hey, we've seen Nibs.
Oh yes, so we have.
He was in the pit, mind.
Mr. Rambo. He literally looks like he's trying to replicate the Kick Sauber.
The new one, yeah. But it's nice. He's done a good job.
Ghost Riders we've covered. Sambal. Not to my taste, but a good attempt.
Yeah.
Smith looks quite dark.
It looks quite matte. Matte colour.
It's definitely dark, but it's got some very bright colours on it as well.
Through it. Yeah, it's nice.
Let's go have a look. We've had a few more pit stops now, which top four still haven't pitted. Neither's Mr. Bailey, Bit W or Geke. Everybody else has had at least one stop, which has started to bring everybody back into play a little bit. Let's have a. So the biggest gap to the leader that is 57 seconds. So you've got Sambal, Smith and Geke a little bit stranded at the back. Most of the others are starting to come back into play to some extent. Obviously a safety car would fully bring them back in, but you never know if you're going to get one or not. I know you're sat there praying we don't.
Nope, I've literally got my hands together saying please don't.
Let's have a quick look at penalties. Bottle Job Connor has 6 seconds, Dummy's Tornado has 3, Single Track has 5, Nibs has 8, Ghost Rider 5 and Geke 3. It's quite low amounts for 19 laps into a very hard track.
And it's been very clean.
It has been. I've seen a couple of love taps, but nothing major.
You're gonna get that.
Connor's forgetting where the track is and decided to go lawn mowing. Typical Connor.
Connor. Disappointed.
Let's go have a look at Kid Dynamite and Chris Bailey, because they're quite close on track, which always creates a good spectacle to watch.
Hodgie said bit as the Jordan.
Which is what I said, it's the Jordan 191.
Oh right, sorry. I was a bit deep there. A golly peas, big man. Some of those guys with the penalties, like your Single Track and your Ghost Rider and Captain Nibs, who got 5 seconds here, the next pit stop, that'll come off as well, so... The penalties...
Yeah, I know we did Hodgie. He's about 10 minutes behind, don't worry.
Oh, don't worry, that trip to Ryan Brews confused me.
That's supposed to perk you up, not confuse you.
The sugar's not went into my bloodstream yet.
Ah, that's why. Let's go have a look at Saviour. Still stuck behind G-Star. Hasn't managed to find a way past as of yet.
Loppy's got a 4-second lead at the front.
He has over Anton.
19 laps on the mediums and Anton's 19 laps of softs. In fact, the top 5 are round about 19 laps.
Well, yeah.
Hornet 2 laps on the softs.
Calvin is the first one to have pitted, so the top 4 have all been on their tyres since the start. Yeah. And Chris Bailey, so there's only 5 left to pit. But obviously they're all running varying levels of tyres, because some had to pit on lap 1, some have recently started to pit.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if those guys are thinking was a one-stop strategy then. Medium to hard. Oh
no, Saviour's just taken a nosedive into the wall and retired, and we have a safety car.
Oh no. You've jinxed it, big man.
Unlucky from Saviour there. Gutting to see.
That is.
From the multi-time champion.
Yeah, well, just a way to say that.
How unlucky for Lorpy. He's literally been caught by the safety car straight away. I don't think he managed to pit either. No, he didn't.
Airways down to Single Tracks.
So if his plan was to pit, he's now been a bit...
Anton as well, he's missed that. 20 laps of softs.
Not ideal, but...
it's still got 50 laps to go. We're only
sometimes you've just got to take what you can get.
Yeah, a third way through the race.
Yeah, not far off. Let me find this.
So tyres, what's everybody went on to? Airways and Connor on to softs. Calvin Dynamite, mediums.
So it's literally the top 2 that have not managed to pit, and if they do now, they're going to lose a lot of time for the troubles.
Yeah, Bailey's in mediums again. Wonder if it's a medium soft he's going for. or medium hard.
I'm sure we'll find out in due course. You are ideally looking at a minimum 2-stop here anyway.
Yeah. To keep good pace within the race, you're ideally wanting 2-stop.
Lorpy has pitted. Anton has decided to stay out.
Oh,
That's
you know
a brave call since he's on softs.
That guy is a madman. He really is. On track, he's... Some of his calls, and they seem to work, you know. The amount of times I've seen him starting for the back and winning races is unbelievable.
We used to see that a lot with Kid Dynamite as well.
Yeah. I actually remember the first season here, Kid Dynamite was flying.
So, safety car chart.
No,
your favourite thing.
Oh, here we go. Tickly sides.
The Scottish accent and things you say or struggle to say.
Right, happy with it.
Curly whirly.
Curly whirly. I can see no bad.
Let's go for the one that's in the YouTube chart. Purple burglar alarm.
I thought this was a Formula 1 chart. No, I can't be. I'm looking. Purple burglar alarm. Oh man.
Oh, my personal favourite, tarantula burger.
Oh, I'm gonna struggle to say this. Tarantula burger.
You've been practicing.
How'd you ken? Talk to myself in my sleep at night. Didn't mess up.
Diagonally.
Oh, diagonally.
Oh, you did alright with that one.
This time.
Vulnerability. Even I can't say that one.
Spit it out. Take the marbles out your mouth and log it again, big man. Vulnerable.
That's both of us stumped.
Oh, I'm even going to attempt it. Vulnerability.
Oh, we have a request as well.
Oh, who's the request?
Mr. Martin Hills. Can we have "You Can't Change the Laws of Physics" Jim?
Oh, you can't change the laws of physics, Jim.
Oh, my personal favourite. There's been a murder.
There's been a murder.
Oh.
I hope it's a wee bit of entertainment for people, you know.
Specific.
Are you going for Del Boy specific or Pacific?
Whichever version you can say.
Specific.
Not bad. Irish wristwatch.
Oh, Irish wristwatch. Oh.
It's alright, the torture's probably nearly over. They should be in this lap, to be fair. But that's obviously give us a bit of fun for our safety car.
I'm sure there'll be people listening and they'll be into Google, right, what's things do Scottish people struggle to say. Next safety car, wait you see this chart.
There we go, safety cars in this lap. So
who'll be paying attention at the start and who'll be left behind.
I wonder who'll be too busy laughing at you trying to say curly whirly. Or purple burglar alarm.
Curly whirly.
Oh, and the final one off your little video. England are better than Scotland.
Aye, fat ball. And everything else except rugby.
Yeah, I'll give you that. We don't seem to be doing right well at rugby at the moment. And Ant has gone for it.
It's the only thing Scotland's good at the moment.
He's not really caught anybody napping either. The
No,
top four have gone with him quite well. Kid got caught napping.
Yeah.
But there we go, we are racing again on lap 24.
There's 2 seconds between them.
Dumbest Hornet is trying to challenge for the lead.
He's past him.
He's got it. What a move that was. Fresh softs versus old softs, I'm assuming.
It is. Hornets on
Well,
6
six laps versus 23 laps.
Yep.
There's a lot of grip difference there.
Now Airways with Connor with the saucer singing at the rear of Ant, shall we say.
Certainly are. Or as Connor loves to say, up his chuff.
Up his chuff.
Yeah, that seems to be the MRC-X speciality. Who does that one? Up his chuff.
Up his chuff. Tell you, Ball Job's actually doing not bad. Is he the challenger tier, isn't he?
Who's that?
Connor.
Connor is, yeah.
Yeah, so...
But so is Airways.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, so the battle's out of those two.
The only problem Connor's got is his 6 seconds of penalties.
Oh, yeah. Airways is past Ant.
So's Connor. And Calvin.
And Calvin.
That's been a and Kid Dynamite. It's been a horrendous restart for Ant.
He's on 23 laps of fart. He's got softs. He's got to be well into the
Chris is past him now, but I do suspect there may have been a bit of team play there. Like after you, mate.
A bit of respect between them.
Oh, the teammates in the elite tier, aren't they?
Yeah.
I've been for a few seasons now. I won the constructors together last season. Such a pity we haven't got Simon racing tonight, though.
Yeah, Mr. Moist himself.
Yep, we all like to watch Baby Hornet and recall his fascination of the word moist.
Moist.
Oh, we've got a nice little battle going on here. Bit Smith and Geke.
Yep, and Captain Nibs is just coming in at the back to join in. Could be a 4-way battle here.
Certainly could. Let's go have a quick look up at... Oh, poor Connor has got Kid Dynamite pushing him. And we've got Mr. Hodgie laughing with Mr. Moist.
Right, Connor, keep your bottles. Don't lose them.
Well, if he loses him, he'll probably end up tripping over him. I mean, most people, when they see Kid Dynamite coming up behind them, do panic.
Well, it's no wonder the guy's... It's a rocket he drives at times sometimes. It's just... Even the guy that's behind him as well, Bailey, it's...
Well, when we had Tier 1 and I had my stint there, I recall at Australia, Kid Dynamite had pitted, closed me down about 5 seconds in 2 laps. I came out of, turn 1 and 2, saw him in my rear view mirror, panicked, hit the power too much and spearheaded into the wall.
I get what you mean, sometimes you do that, you pay more attention to who's behind you and who it is, rather than what you're doing.
That's just the Kid Dynamite effect. It just makes you panic that much you spear into walls.
Sometimes...
But Connor's managing to keep it on track.
Got that effect. Connor's doing well.
He is doing very well against his old coach.
He's holding him off.
I think it's potentially the grip difference and probably the assist difference. What?
Bailey's past the... What a move. He's past... Some move.
Where did he come from?
Right, past Connor.
Shot past Dynamite, then Connor, and Kid's got Connor at the same time.
Exactly what I was just saying a couple of minutes ago about him. Guy's unbelievable at times.
He really is. And he's got a good opportunity to score big points tonight because there's no saviour in the race. But
Well,
I believe Kid Dynamite's actually leading it at the moment. Let's have a quick look at the standings. Obviously, we're only 2 races in, so it doesn't matter too much at the moment. But
like you said before, points is everything. You don't need to win the race as long as you're within the points.
Well, currently, Kid Dynamite is leading, and he has a 22-point lead.
So you could, what was it, 28 to the winner?
25.
25. So barely really needs to win. Not necessarily, but to kind of keep it close.
He could do with a good showing tonight, that's for sure.
He's been unlucky with the titles. Ever since I've been in the MRC, he's always been in the top 3 fighting for the title. He's been unlucky.
He's been second so many times. I really want the guy to actually get one, but luck just does not favour him.
Yeah, he deserves one. You know what I mean? He's one of those drivers that's unbelievable. And some of the laps they pull off, it's crazy.
I mean, you'd think with Sabia not being as on the ball this season that he'd have a really good chance, but now Kid Dynamite has appeared and gone, "Hello, I'm here.
Honey, I'm home.
I want some glory." And that's just kind of all she wrote. Her kids appeared back out of nowhere after being off it for a couple of seasons. I mean, fair play to him, he'd recently become a dad, so young baby and all that.
Well, you kind of find it hard to do anything.
Had to prioritise nappy changes over practising for races.
Yep, and then he's also got the baby's nappy to change as well.
Well, it should be alright by now.
I'm more like caution. Sector 1.
If it's not the baby's, whose was it? Connor's.
Oh, he's got a man-sized nappy, that boy.
He's gonna kill us later when he listens to this back.
He knows we don't spit it out, Grant. He knows we don't mean it.
put your other teeth in.
I'm trying to say it before I come out. My tongue's getting twisted here.
Not that I could say much, but my speech has been awful today.
What do we expect? It's the end of the week, Friday night. Tiredness, shall we say. Blame it on that.
I've been like it all day. I've been trying to have a conversation with people and just tongue-tying myself all day.
I hate it when you go to do something, a job or whatever, and you go there and you can't speak. Well, a redneck.
Like, can I just spit this tongue out and have a new one?
Just cut it off. Damn it, son, that nearly a 2-second lead in Calvin. But he's 12 laps in soft, so he's going to need to pit in the next 5 laps.
It depends who you are. Ant's kind of proving wrong on your theory there. 29 laps on a set of softs.
She's still on those softs.
He certainly is still on those softs. Guy needs his head tested.
Oh.
Red Bull will be calling him for a Checo replacement.
He'll be in esports shortly.
If esports actually goes ahead. We had one race and then it just died, didn't it? One race, Ron Howe won it and kind of silenced all the haters, and round 2 got cancelled and nothing's happened since that I'm aware of.
Wow, I didn't know that. See, you learn something new every day. Every day is a school day.
It certainly is.
So,
although today was the day to learn that Red Bull was sandbagging all through practice.
Yeah, and then Max Verstappen pushed pole.
By over 2 tenths.
You know, it's a lot closer. Oh, contact between Geki and Nibs.
Oh, looks like Nibs is suffering from it.
Yeah, Geki's holding back and giving Nibs a position back. Fair play.
Yeah, always the right thing to do in that situation. I mean, nobody wants to have a crash, but
no.
If you do something and it's your fault, it does look more favourable to the stewards if you return that position.
But it also shows the kind of sportsmanship that you've got, you know. Respect towards your other drivers as well. And that means a lot to other boys as well.
I'm hoping Airways has recovered from the little shunt I gave him on Wednesday.
Poor lad, you probably shouldn't have done that hard, he's broke his teeth.
I think it was more like I broke my teeth and broke his back. I've been doing alright, and then suddenly I hit the brakes and my foot decided it was having none of it. I couldn't press any harder than my brake kind of became Airways.
Oh, it's sorry, Paul.
I gave him the position, realised I couldn't race, so I had to AI it back to the pits, and I did apologise to him afterwards.
Well, again, if you apologise, like, admit liability and things like that, it's your fault. I feel I respect that as well.
I think I'm going to have to learn to race on a controller for the time being. That'll be interesting. I've not done that since nearly 3 years.
I don't think I could go back to a controller. I really don't.
I tried it on Forza and I was a bit all over the place, so I'm not thinking it's going to go well.
No.
I want to try and race, but my only other option is maybe swap out my brake pedal for my clutch pedal.
Oh, but a little bit later, just to the foot gets better.
The clutch pedal I've got, it's got like a step on it, so you go halfway and then it clicks into place.
Right.
So it's got a bit of resistance to it, unlike some of them that are just floppy, but a bit like Lorpy, floppy Lorpy.
Floppy Lorpy.
It's not ideal. I'd have to learn how to use that kind of pedal as a brake, but it'd at least be soft and something I can press without hurting myself.
The thing is, it could benefit you now. Like you say, just the cankle or the foot gets better.
I can't soften the load so much more, Jim. It's quite a heavy one. That's the only downside to these V3 pedals. The load cell is quite stiff.
That's my next investment. A good set of pedals once I come back from holiday.
So
I can't believe Ant's on these 32 laps.
No, that's just mental.
10.
I mean, I'll try messing about with it, see if I can make it softer, but I'm not overly convinced.
There might be a way to do it, you know. Maybe, maybe not.
If it was my old Thrustmaster pedals, I'd have been alright.
What'd you say you swapped to a spring? Oh,
yeah, he's
done his ankle as well. We can call you the Cankle Brothers.
Yeah, he's got different pedals to what I've got. He's got the CSL pedals, I believe.
Is he Fanatec as well?
Yeah.
Right.
He's got the pedals that come with the DD Pro normally.
That's the ones I've got.
I think you've got the V2s or something, slightly different.
Are they?
He's got the standard ones, which obviously you can have a standard pedal or a load cell pedal, and that load cell is apparently a lot more flexible on the changes you can make to it. But buying a new pedal is just not in budget at the moment, so...
Oh, they're expensive.
Especially not when I've got a holiday coming up.
Hey, Odolies.
Hollybobs.
Oh, there's Jay Murray with an RC second apparently.
Maybe I'll have to make a hollybobs up your neck of the woods.
Oh, you won't regret it. I mean, I stay in central Stirling. I stay in Scotland, Stirling. I mean, even here, it's not a big place, but there's a lot of history here. And then once you leave here and you head up north, I mean, the views and things like that are breathtaking. They really are.
I've been up there a few times, and the views are lovely.
Yeah. It was my line of work. I'm a joiner from my apprentice. I've travelled everywhere in Scotland. I've not really got a favourite place because, well, I have, it's Glencoe, but everywhere's just beautiful, you know. And then you go to the slums. Further south you go. No, I'd highly recommend it. Just remember and bring your snowshoes in the summer.
Oh, Connor's out!
Connor's out! Oh, he's balled it!
You literally just stole my line. The bottle job fell over his own ball.
Oh, what happened? Come on, Connor.
I'm just catching up with YouTube chat.
Aye, they're out luck, Biff. You're right, mate.
Hodgie said the load cell was awesome but caused issues. Yeah, I remember that. Won championships with help from the load cell. Yeah, well, my championships with the load cell, it was just a different one to what I've currently got. I was on my Thrustmaster then. Which, to be fair, that Thrustmaster load cell was brilliant. It was so easily adjustable. You just swap the springs out. You had a bag full of springs, you swapped the springs, recalibrated it, and it was done.
Red Car Rambo gone into the pits.
I think a few will take the opportunity to pit now. Question
I
is,
think
will
he'll go
Anne?
to the hards. Yep,
Anne has 2 laps on hards. So let's have a look at our next safety car chat. Have you got anything prepared for this one?
No, not really, but I'm sure they could throw something up.
Because it was going to be how the Yorkshire speak.
How the Yorkshire speak. I quite like the Yorkshire accent.
Well, I'd hope so, since you're in a chat with me.
Just try to butter you up, sweet pea. No, even Yorkshire is a place. It's nice. I like that kind of area as well. It's a nice place.
Let me send you something that might help with this. I'll let you cover this safety car chat.
Oh.
No, Biff, let's not speak about Horner.
No. Let's leave it at that.
Opinions differ on that one anyway, whether it's true or not, so we'll let the people who know what they're doing deal with that.
So, can you name me the drivers, right? A trivia question here for you. Can you name me the drivers who have had their first F1 wins here at the Hungary?
How many we're looking for?
4.
Esteban Ocon. Jensen Button.
Sorry, that's 5, sorry, you're right. Yeah, that's 2. That's 2 out of 5.
Fernando Alonso.
That's 3 out of 5.
Is it Heikki Kovalainen?
4 out of 5.
Who's the 5th? Give me a clue on the 5th one.
British. 90s era.
Damon Hill?
Correct. 5
Yay.
out of 5. Well done. Can you tell me who's had the most constructors wins?
Ooh, now there's a question. Yes, Hodgie, it was Hill. That was the last one. Safety car's in this lap. I'm going to go Ferrari.
Nope.
McLaren.
Yep. McLaren 11 times. Ferrari and Williams sitting in second, 7, and Merck as third with 4.
Oh, let's see when Kid Dynamite drops the hammer. I think he's done it mid-corner. Caught Calvin out a little bit and Chris has absolutely mugged him.
Wow. I think Bailey's on a mission tonight.
Although they're probably in a party, so that might be synced slightly anyway. There'll be a bit of a, I'm going this side.
Thank you. I'll send you a bunch of roses later. I'll tell you what, Airways, he's well holding his own. He's on 17 laps and softs as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nibs is on 17 lap hards. You've got Calvin,
Yep.
Bailey and Kid all on 17 lap mediums.
How many pits are there?
Um,
Airways is pitted once, so I'm guessing he'll be going.
the most pit
Possible
stops
medium?
award at the moment goes to Red Car Rambo.
Yep, 4 stops, yes. I'm guessing Airways is going to go a medium. I would think Nibs would probably benefit from putting on to mediums. Oh, excuse me. I apologise. That's the gases from the ginger.
I must admit, a good bottle of 1901 is worth it.
It's going to be chilled.
Naturally.
Beautiful chilled. So,
Biff says Ginger Ninja.
that's no way to talk about yourself now, Alan, is it?
Shots fired.
No, Biff calls himself Strawberry Blonde, so it's technically a different colour.
Is it really?
No, but he's some man. But the poor lad, he's not been well the last 4 days, and it's not like
he says he's bald.
That's enough, Biff. None of that chat here, mate.
Chestnut brown in summer. I thought it was more like tomato red. If you bald, you burn.
You know, see when we used to go about as friends and things like that when we were younger, me, Biff and another lad. And the other lad, Stephen was his name. And do you know what he used to call him? Who he used to call him after?
Go on.
You remember little Chesney from Coronation Street? You ever heard of him?
Yeah.
That's who we called Biff after, wee Chesney. Right. You remember that one, Biff? Well, you could see he used to call me a lot of names as well, but it's all part of the fun.
Yeah, I've seen a nickname for you of Noddy.
Oh, there's about 101 nicknames for me. Some of them are a bit,
Biff says, and then I slapped you silly.
aye, and then he woke up. It's like I say to everybody else, don't get your dreams mixed up with your ambitions. So it's one of those scenarios.
Oh, I knew this would be a laugh.
Me and Biff, good mates. We've been mates since we were little kids. Good lad.
Since you were wee nippers.
Since we were wee laddies. But yeah, I've actually grew up in the same street. You know, he grew up about, what, 6 doors along from where I stood. So...
Got a nice little battle going on here for BRD, Calvin, Lorpy, Ghost Rider and Anton.
Bailey's dropped into 3rd now. G-Star's past him.
Lorpy and Calvin side by side. That's who's going to get the upper hand? Because I think it's going to be Calvin because this next corner is not a too wide job. Great. Oh, safety car.
Oh, Nibs is
Captain
out.
Nibs is out.
No. Oh, he just nibbled the corner, I think. Oh, big man.
Biff says he needs to go and enjoy the rest of the stream. I'm assuming that says.
Right, Biff, see you later.
Oh, rest of the race.
Aye, no, Nibs unlucky, mate.
Rambo's just got a drive-through penalty for speeding under safety car. He's definitely not having a good night tonight.
No.
The handy thing is anybody can pit now because they've not been picked up by the safety car instantly.
Yeah,
not that they're probably going to want to because most of them have just pitted anyway.
I don't think anyone's pitting. You know, I think Rambo's just kind of... Not that he's gave up, it's just maybe a wee bit deflated because he never really had a good start, did he? He was damaged right from the start, lap 1.
Poor guy does seem to get unlucky at this track.
Yep. I mean, I'm unlucky at times, but a lot of it's, well, not a lot, some of it's my own fault. I mean, you're very unlucky.
Yeah,
Rambo's been unlucky.
If I didn't have bad luck, I'd have no luck.
Yeah. I just blame it on the game. Even if it's my fault, I just blame it on the game.
So, back to safety car chat. What topics shall we cover? Shall we cover the Yorkshire thing, or shall we cover favourite memories from races at this track?
Well, this track, when I was in Challenger tier, the year I won it I won the race, the MRC-X Challenger tier at this very track. I'm sure this was the only 4th track or 5th track I'd ever won it. So,
funny enough, when I won the MRC-X Challenger tier, I had a win here as well. But it was more, I looked into the win because I was against Scott, we raised all the money for with the charity.
Yeah.
He was my main competition for about the first half of that season. He had way more pace than I did in this particular race, but he just got so unlucky and I ended up stealing the win.
See, luck does play a part sometimes, I mean, you know yourself. Once it comes towards the end of the race and if you're in the lead, you do feel a little bit of pressure, but you need that little bit of luck as well.
Well, speaking of memories, Mandy's just brought up one of my favourites as well. The 2021 race when Alonso defends like a lion.
Was that his first season back?
He was in the Alpine. It was the season when Ocon took his win, actually.
Yeah.
Because he defends Hamilton like an absolute lion for about 11 laps.
Well, I'm sure when Fernando Alonso won in 2003, his very first win here in 2003, he was actually the youngest driver at that time to win.
He was.
Formula 1 race, that's another fact for you.
A record that's now held by Max Verstappen, I believe.
Yep.
But yeah, that 2021 race was definitely a good... It had its eventful factors because you had Bottas bowling at turn 1, which took out quite a few cars. Then you had the most ridiculous restart I've ever seen, where every car barring one took to the pit lane for fresh tyres, so we just had a grid of Lewis Hamilton. Then you had Alonso defending like a lion for 11 laps to keep Hamilton behind and try and protect Ocon for his win. Vettel pressuring Ocon, and in the end Ocon took the win. It's like, and didn't, if I remember rightly, Vettel get disqualified after the race for not having enough fuel in his car.
Well, I didn't know that.
So yeah, it was a bit of an eventful one and very memorable. Another one I'd say was quite memorable is the 1997 race when Damon Hill was in the Arrows. Looked like he was going to win until his car decided to have a gearbox failure and he was stuck in one gear.
Now, I was born in the late 80s, and growing up, Damon Hill was the iconic driver. You know, that guy is. I don't think he gets the acclaim that he deserves at times.
He was good, but he kind of got a little bit overshadowed by Michael Schumacher.
Oh, we all know how good Schumacher was.
Most people got overshadowed by him though, so...
Yeah.
But if you take him out of the equation, you do have... The 90s was like, you had the... Prost Senna for a little bit, then you had Mansell finally got his championship after all them attempts and all the stuff that he went through, broken back and the lot. Then Damon finally triumphed in 96. That weird French Canadian with the stupid hairdo in 97. Then it was the era of Hakkinen, wasn't it, for 98 and 99. It was one of the eras with the most different championship winners that I remember.
Yeah.
I know the 80s had quite a few different champions as well, but the 90s is when I started watching. And you had all these different champions, and then you got to the early 2000s and you had Schumacher for 5 years in a row. Then Alonso took 2. Then we started to get back towards that because we had Raikkonen for 1, we had Hamilton for 1, Button for 1. Then you got the Vettel era, and then it was pretty much Hamilton's domination for a while, barring the Rosberg one.
And now we've got Max Verstappen domination.
Yep, he's got 3. How many more can he get before something changes?
Oh, we're away again.
Oh, we've been away for over a lap. Where have you been?
Watching the YouTube chat. Oh no, I've not turned my laptop power on. Apologies.
Oh, we have 25 laps to go. I always forget how long these 100% races are.
It's actually, I don't think it's not felt as long as what I thought it was going to feel. I think it's the charm of your voice is keeping me occupied, mate. And the chat, of course, from the Hodgie.
You could win awards for saying rubbish like that.
Well, I'm Scottish, I'm renowned for talking rubbish, you know. Look at Gav, that's an example. We get away with it.
That guy could top the hind legs off a donkey and sell ice to Eskimos. Once he gets started, he doesn't shut up.
Oh, what a character. He's someone.
This is why he ends up working so much, because his phone call that should take 20 minutes probably takes 2 hours.
He's 3 weeks behind, so he's going to work 24 hours a day.
Yeah, and he's so far behind because he talks too much.
Exactly.
Here's a tip for you: get the job done, get off the phone.
So I'm wondering if, like say, Kid Dynamite and Chris Bailey, they're betting 25 laps on mediums. If they're hoping for another safety car and going to softs, or if they'll go all the way.
Going all the way would be tricky. You've got nearly 25 laps to go.
Yeah. I would think that they're going to pit for softs. Schmidt, F1, he's on 18 laps.
Although these guys that are on softs now, I don't think they're going to make it to the end either.
Even Martin, 16 laps and hards.
He might make it to the end along with Anton and Sambal. They might not feel great at the end, but they probably would make it. The others I'm not convinced will. So most of this grid is going to have to take another pit stop.
I can't believe Connor's not in the YouTube chat yet after bottling it.
Maybe he's bottled that as well.
Oh, there's Hodgie having a dig at us. You'll be fine if you can talk rubbish. I've done it for about 7 seasons of it. I know, I heard you.
That's literally what comms is. Talk about the racing action, talk a lot of rubbish, and just entertain people.
Well, that's exactly, you just hit the nail on the head. Entertainment. Not that I'm much entertainment, it's...
And I always think comms works better if you've got a rapport with the person you're with.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, it's like you said before, is... I mean, you were my coach when I first came on board the MRC, and you actually taught me how to race without a line and things like that. So I've kept you for near enough 2 years now, so I see he's a good friend, so that's how I kind of agreed to do this, because I knew you were there and I felt more comfortable. So
yeah, my first comms was actually with Hodgie.
Oh, I bet you were a bag of nerves then.
I was. Not as much of a bag of nerves as I was on my first lead.
Well, I think that's something...
my first lead was with Genie.
Genie. Is he not in the league anymore?
No, he doesn't have the time to race, so he left.
Oh, that's right. I can mind him putting a post up a couple of seasons ago, yeah. A good racer, him as well.
He was when he had the time to work on it and practice properly. Yeah. But you could tell towards the end he didn't have the time, so he was struggling a lot. And sometimes if you get to that stage, it's better to give up than keep flogging a dead horse.
Yeah. Talk about practice that. Obviously with zero line tonight. I mean the penalties, we've only highest we've got is 6 seconds. It's for 49 laps now. That's pretty good going.
Ooh, Dummy's just got really slidey through the final corner. You do realise it's a Formula 1 race, not Hungarian drift.
Haha.
Let's have a look up towards the front, because Kid is all over the back of Kid Dynamite. And G-Star's gapped them quite well at the moment.
Bailey and Lopey,
Chris is massively under pressure from Lopey as well.
Yeah.
Got some good battles going on here.
There's good battles. I'm actually quite sad Nibs is out. I talked to Captain Nibs. He's a nice lad. He was kind of... He's in the expert tier, but he's still trying to adjust to zero line. He's still not 100% confident within his shell, yeah.
Well, what he needs to do is just commit to it.
Yeah. I think he does commit. It's just more a confidence thing within his helmet.
Every race he does, he needs to not run line. Yeah. Going back and forth is what does you in.
I couldn't tell you if he goes back and forth.
Well, we know he races another league, and I'm pretty sure he was using line the other night. Can usually tell by the pace, because he's fairly quick without it, but he's a lot quicker with it.
Oh, you definitely. Some of his times is up there with Bailey's times, you know. Dynamite. Airways, you're right down to P11. 6 second penalty. So is he still lead? Challenger Airways. Past
let me have a quick look.
I think he is, because he just passed Thomas Hornet, so I think he's a lead.
He's the lead on the standings. Let's have a look. Ghost Rider. He's sports here, so he's the lead of the challengers. Then it would be Airways, Jamer, Geke Matthews, Smith F1, and CBG Sambal.
Just looking at the times, tyres. Another 20 laps, and I think Airways is going to have to fight again.
I think most of this grid is going to have to pit again. Calvin's already taken that.
Yep.
What's he going for? Let's have a quick look. Set softs. 19 laps, yeah, that's doable.
It might be actually a wise strategy now. Get yourself back in the fight for the pack, yeah.
Obviously he's going to have a bit of catching up to do, and he will start to catch. The problem is when they start to pit, if they go softs, they're then going to be quicker than him, because he would have taken the best out of his tyres by then.
Split a 5-second penalty speed in the pit lane.
I've seen a few of them tonight.
Yeah.
The problem is with this pit lane, you go round the corner and then you've got a bit of a straight before the speeding line actually kicks in. So it can throw you off.
It can
especially if the border's disappeared.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Sometimes the visual looking at the board for your line is quite hard to see.
Although you shouldn't have an excuse if you're racing in sunroof mode.
Haha. Oh well, and sorry, Mr. Expert.
I race in cockpit because I'm more comfortable like that. The problem is it means you're lower down, so you do struggle with certain aspects. Like under the freeway section at Miami, you cannot see the curbs until you're on them.
It's quite daunting going wheel to wheel as well with that.
I've found it a bit easier, but I guess I'm used to it by now. I've been running it like that since 2021.
I like that view, eh? It's just...
and we've got another safety car.
Oh, wow. Who's out this time?
I don't think anybody's out. That's what's confused me. Red Car Rambo has no front wing. His sunroof means you get the breeze through your hair, although that's dangerous for you. Why is it dangerous for me?
Because you got a big head. Hey, I'm all kidding, Paul.
I do have a big head.
A big head.
But I don't have big hair. It got cut a couple of weeks ago.
Yes, I must say you were looking rather suave.
Well, I had to make an impression at the time.
Yeah.
It worked.
Scrub up no bad, big man. You scrub up no bad.
It worked out.
It worked out. For the better.
Yeah.
Totally.
I went for a job and ended up getting a promotion at my current place instead. Woohoo! Could blow off. Nah, I'm nowhere near bald.
I'm getting a bit thin on the top. I'm getting a receding hairline at the side, so...
In fact, if I recall correctly, Mr. Hodgson, your hairline looks a lot thinner than mine does.
Top 9 I've just pitted. Thomas Hornet stayed out. 18 laps mediums. Bit stayed out, 17 lap mediums. The rest of the pack's pitted. Except Smith, he's in 1 lap little softs. No, sorry, Jai Murray, 17 old lap. No, he has pitted. A goal apiece.
What's he saying? I've got my beard to replace it. Well, that's had a trim as well.
Yeah, he's had a trim. He sent me a photo the other day, Hodgie. He looks like George Michael now.
Squeeze me?
I'm only joking, mate.
I don't think safety car will be in this lap. It's going to be at least a lap now, isn't it?
Yeah, you see it.
With the gaps that need closing up.
Who's it's falling back?
So we've still got Bit and Dummist that haven't pitted.
Yeah.
17 and 18 lap mediums.
I'm not saying it's not doable, but I'm not saying it is. But
I think it's doable.
I think
based on how many safety car laps we've had. The problem is most of them around them are on fresh tyres.
Exactly. At the restart, and also within the next 5 laps or so, they're going to start losing serious grip within those tyres. But then again, depends on the skill level of the driver. You know, it's...
Certainly does. Ah, they've now pitted. I wonder if they were trying to avoid the big mass in the pit lane.
Well... The only good news thing is, I think it's safety car will bin this lap.
Yeah, highly possible, because what, they're coming to the end of sector 1. The last car's just gone over the start-finish line.
Yeah. So, F1 2024, good news for McLaren qualifying what they did. Do you think Mercedes is going to close the gap within the Red Bull this year?
I'm not convinced about Mercedes.
No.
It doesn't look great. The Ferrari looks more on point. The McLaren looks like it could be up there if it... Yep. I think it needs an upgrade.
The Ferrari definitely... That looks quick.
Although what we've got to factor in, Red Bull are bringing an upgrade in about 3 races time out there that goes to the zero side pods.
It's actually quite scary how...
Is that going to make their car even faster?
Yep, as safety car in.
It already looks like Max is out front again. Now they've got on top of the setup. If they can bring an upgrade that makes this car even faster, it's going to be another Red Bull runaway season.
Well, fairness, Mercedes said that for years as well, so all depends on the team's development. G-Star's away.
He certainly is. He's gone very early.
Smart man. So everybody out.
He's gone, see you later.
In the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, hasta la vista,
baby.
Hey.
Smith's back in the pit lane.
Big Belly was here a wee peek, playing peekaboo with Loppy there. Having a wee look at the side.
Oh, he's a smart man, he'll play the game.
He's a wise chap as our Bailey.
Certainly is. He'll keep poking his nose out, unnerve the driver in front and just wait for a mistake. Or a good opportunity to pounce. Because he knows where he's poking his nose, his chances of getting past are about 10%.
The thing is, he's got Anton behind him on mediums, so he might have the grip towards the end of the race, the more grip, same as Martin.
Oh, I think Dumbest Hordit's had a spin.
Oh no.
Good job his brother's not watching, he'd be revelling in that.
Mr. Moist, he can't slag his brother like
that. He can and he will.
He'll get slapped. Mr. Moist, sit in your bum. CBG Samble's doing well though. Fair play to him.
Chris is trying to go around the outside at turn 2. Can he make that stick? That's a hard move to pull off. And I think he's... Ooh. Is somebody going to... Oh, we're under virtual, so that move is now confirmed. Because he was ahead when the virtual was thrown. Red car Rambo's out.
Oh no.
I think we're going for a full safety car. We are.
Full safety.
Just seeing it coming out of the pit lane.
You're mad, Rambo's it. Unlucky. But to be fair, the big man's not doing a luck this race.
Big man for Rambo's being a bit generous.
That's just, that's what we call everybody. What's happening, big man? You alright, big man? How you doing, big man? It's just the way we talk to people. That's a polite way.
Well, it's better than a Glasgow case.
Well, that's just if somebody ignores you. That's when you give them one of them. Bang. You're listening to me.
I thought that was your version of good morning.
Aye. That's only if you'd had a bad night before. So that boy on Facebook, the angry Scotsman. Unbelievable.
That's you, innit?
I'm starting to get calm. I'm starting to calm down.
you're like a walking, talking version of anger when you're racing.
Oh, mate. I know.
You go from all nice and calm, next minute your head explodes and you're raging.
I know. I talk about cornering these bottles, eh? I haven't a bottle top left when I go off my nut.
It's like a champagne cork.
Oh, that really is. And it makes a noise as well. Bang!
Bang on the grant is ranting.
Aye, there's no glory with it, that's the only thing.
We all do it at times.
Yeah. It's part and parcel of racing, isn't it? It's just the heat of the moment.
Thing is, you get that into it and you want to do well, something happens and
that's the thing.
Kind of the way of expressing the anger and disappointment at the same time.
Yeah, but as it's like you say, you're that in it and engrossed in it and want to do well with it. The emotions that you've got, this is where it comes from. I can't hold them. That's what I'm trying to say is.
We've even seen it from the drivers in real life at times as well.
Oh yeah.
Look at Belgium '98 when Michael Schumacher went storming down to David Coulthard's garage to have a word with him.
Sorry, man.
2021 Imola was it? When Russell and Bottas crashed and Russell went over for a chat and slapped him on the top of the helmet.
That's right. Was there not something just last year or the year before as well? 23 or 22?
Russell and Verstappen having a bit of a shouting match.
Yeah.
There was one with Verstappen and Ocon once. That one's covered on Drive to Survive, if I remember rightly.
Is that a new series on Netflix, or is that the old one?
There is a new one on. It came out last Friday.
Right, that's the one I've seen then.
But it's on one of the older series, is the Verstappen Ocon one.
Yeah. I think the one I've seen advertised, I've not watched it yet myself. It was like Toto Wolff. It's in the picture. Can't remember who else was in it.
And then there's even the famous Verstappen kicking his tyre from Baku in 2021. Oh, because the tyre exploded, didn't it, on the main straight?
And he kicks it and probably hurts his foot. But again, that's something I would do as well.
Conor Verstappen about 2 seasons ago. I think it was slightly longer than that. I'm trying to think what Ocon was driving at the time. I don't think he was in Alpine, I think it was before that. Might have been Force India or something he was driving at the time.
The safety car in this lap. So for 12 laps.
Let's see when G-Star decides to drop the hammer this time. Because he caught everybody napping very early last time.
Yeah. He went very early, just at the start of...
I mean, they say lightning doesn't strike in the same place twice, but... I think he's gone early again.
He has.
He's not caught him out as much this time. Kid's definitely gone with him. Chris has definitely carried on and gone with him.
They knew his game plan this time.
Yeah, you need to change it up. If the straight was a little bit longer, Kid Dynamite would be on him.
Well, we've got 11 laps left there.
Well, 12 if you include this one.
Well, yeah, sorry, 12, and then the top 4 are on softs, 6 laps, and in single track, fifth and sixth on medium 6 laps, so
Pretty much everyone's on about the same age of tyres now, and it's either softs or mediums all round.
I mean, Ghost Rider and Ares, they're doing well to keep up with it.
J-Mer's just had a moment and spun off. That's that left-hander at the top of the hill that's blind. You cut too much curb on the inside there, you go flying, you miss the apex, you run wide.
Fair play to the guys. Is he tier 4? Sport tier?
Yes, I believe he is, Mer.
And he's 59 laps without the line.
Well, this is partly the idea with removing the line from X. It gives people in the sport tier a chance to practice without having it. Because if they get promoted to comp tier, they're going to have to lose it anyway. But it's not the only assist they'll have to lose by being promoted. Because you also go from full traction to medium traction. So if you can get ahead with at least one of these assists,
it makes the other one a little bit easier.
I believe Smith is pretty much running no assists these days.
Well, when I first joined, Smith was in tier 4 with me. And I'm not saying he was a bad driver, but I'm not sure if he was just dropping the assists at this point.
I can't remember when he started dropping them, but he has been dropping them for quite a while.
His pace, I mean, I've raced against him.
Oh, single track's out!
Oh, no!
Safety car again!
Oh, Martin, darling, what's happened?
We're not going to find out because he's been cleared. Although he did say in YouTube not long ago that he's struggling with cramp after driving 300 miles in real life.
Oh, well, that kind of explains it, eh? Maybe fell asleep at the wheel here. I'm only kidding, sorry.
Well, at least in a virtual race he's a lot safer than doing it in reality.
Well, this is it. He's in the house.
He's in the house that he built.
It's always a dream to build your own house. Calvin's paid for new softs. There's only one.
Apparently he got greedy on the curbs in the S's. Yeah, that's usually a recipe for a meeting with Barry R.
It's some of those curbs is with an any track, if you just hit it with the wrong way or the wrong tyre wearing you're away.
Certainly are.
You're dancing on ice.
Martin said it wasn't cramp related, so Hodges popped up going, so was talent related.
Oh, fight,
shots fired.
Fight.
Martin says I was being too sexy. And then you woke up.
Right. Well, if you don't love yourself, who's going to love you? You know? Who can you love? Although some people take it too far with loving themselves.
Yeah, literally.
So,
I mean, Hodgie just takes it too far, loving run balls.
Was it handbags out, is it?
It certainly is.
Oh, I love the handbag fight.
Hodgie goes, Martin's too sexy for his car, too sexy for this track, too sexy. Martin says Hodgie wasn't even allowed to race because of the 107% rule as far as I know. I don't think that 107% rule's been in effect, actually been utilised properly in years because the cars are so close these days.
That's what you want.
Been a long time since I remember that rule actually coming into effect. Because it used to be if you weren't within 107%, in qualifying you weren't allowed to race.
Do you think they'll ever bring that back into effect?
I think the cars are that close they don't need to now.
Yeah, it's good to see the cars are close because it keeps your race interesting.
You tend to find now you've got a maximum of about, what, 2.5, 3 seconds gap.
Which, it's a lot in racing terms, but in reality it's not a great deal, is it?
Not really.
I mean, we've all seen some drivers pull back some bigger time gaps in that. So, last 8 laps, who do you think's going to win?
It's too hard to call. It could be any of the top. I think it's going to be either G-Star or Kid. I think Bailey's penalty is going to hinder him.
That's the trouble Bailey's got.
He's got 3 seconds there. That's going to hinder him. So I think you're looking either G-Star or Kid.
Yeah, as good as Bailey is and as quick as he is, I don't think he'd be able to pass the 2 of them plus get 3 seconds on top of him.
I'm going to go with Kid because he's on fire. Not taking anything away from G-Star, but I think Kid in current form is a lot to handle for anybody.
Yeah, I think Kid's going to take it.
We're away again.
I think Ghost Rider will keep the lead for the Challenger tier.
What Chris needs to try and do is gap Lorpy.
He really needs to gain solid points to try and stay in contention.
If he can pull a good gap on Lorpy, then he's going to potentially take a top 3, which will be alright.
So if he takes, say, third, 15 points?
Third is 15, yeah. It's 25, 18, 15, 12, 10. 8, 6, 4, 2, 1. I mean, he's keeping up with Kid pretty well at the moment. I mean, his ideal scenario is to get ahead of both of them, scamper a little bit. I don't think he'll make the 3 seconds, but if he can scamper a little bit, or these 3 can all start.
He's up to 1.1. Loppy's right back. 1.1 away to Bailey now.
That's the thing, if he can keep Loppy out of DRS,
yeah,
these front 3 could scamper quite well and he could potentially build that gap to Loppy. And Loppy's going to have a mirror full of Ant, which again could slow him down even more, because he's going to have to concentrate on defending. I mean, that gap's up to 1.6 already.
The only trouble with Airways was 6 seconds. I've just seen these penalties. So's Geke.
Sambal could be looking good for a good result here, so could Smith.
Sambal, excuse me, Sambal and Jai Murray, I think they've done well. To go this far, I mean, they're sport here, and to go this far, 64 laps, as difficult a track as this. I mean, Sambal hasn't even got a penalty yet, or if he has had like 5 seconds, it's away. So, quite impressed with Sambal for driving the night.
Sambal has raced no line tiers before, so you would hope that he doesn't use it.
Yeah.
But if he does, he at least has the ability not to use it.
When I was using a line, I always used to think I'll never be able to get away with it. I don't want to get away with it, I enjoy it, but see now that I don't use it, when I have to, like say, if I was done a race and say it was on, it would just, to me, it shuts the track off.
My biggest gripe with the line is people will deviate off it. If you're one of them that can just use it as a braking reference, great.
Yeah.
But if you're one of them that follows that line religiously, this is the line I must take for this corner, regardless of who's around you, that's where the problem lies.
Yeah, with no awareness. Totally get that.
It's alright if you're racing against AI, because AI are predictable, you know what they're going to do. Other people are not predictable, they're going to try and counter whatever you're doing to get the better of you.
Totally agree. It's like, when I do what I do is I look for reference points. Obviously you've got your marker boards, but if you're side by side with a guy or two guys going down like a straight, I don't just try and rely on that marker board. I look for other points within the track as a breaking point.
Ideally you want to be avoiding marker boards because they can get knocked away too easily, unless it's one that's fixed high up on a wall. If it's one of them at the side of the track, try and avoid using them because they do get smashed.
So I either use a curbs or like a point on the tarmac if you see like a tire mark or a dip in the road or something like that.
Stuff like that is brilliant because it's there every lap, it doesn't change.
No.
Curbs don't move. Gaps in tracks don't move.
No.
They can be harder to see if you've got a car at the side of you when you're battling.
But at least you know roughly if you're coming up to that point, you're battling with another car. You know where that point is, so you can actually keep an eye on that car and kind of watch at the side of your eye. That's what I do anyway. To that break point, if you break that slightly bit earlier, to me it doesn't matter. I'd rather be clean than breaking that bit later than smashing into someone.
Exactly. It's all about practice.
Yeah. I mean, I'm far from being an awesome driver, but again, it's like you just say, the more practice you put in, the more benefit you'll get. Unless you're Chris Bailey. Blowhole.
If anybody is struggling with dropping the line or whatever, we do have a coaching system. Get in touch with Keza Soze if you're not already in the coaching system. There's plenty of people that will help.
I'm in there myself, and if anybody feels that they want to send me a message, my inbox is always open as well. I'm glad to help anyone.
So it's nice to see it paying forward, because obviously I coached you, now you're coaching someone else.
Yep.
Even I was coached at one point. It was more for setups and whatever.
It's like Tesco say every little helps, but any wee pointer, and it can make a massive improvement in your driving and how you feel about your driving. So anyway, it's getting to the exciting bit. Simba,
certainly is.
We've
got a nice battle going on between Lorpy, Ghost Rider and Airways, but then you've got the battle at the front as well.
Yep.
Ant's within the 3 seconds to Chris, but Lorpy's dropped quite far back now.
Airways has got 4 seconds on bit, so do you think you can get another 2 in the last 3?
Airways and Bit are different tiers anyway, so
they're not really matter.
They're not an issue to each other really. Ghost Rider, Airways, Geke, Smith, Mur and Sambal are the lower tier.
As it stands, Airways guaranteed second position anyway.
Yeah, with Ghost Rider taking the win.
What a drive with Ghost Rider. Good drive.
Certainly is. I mean, he's just put a move on Lorpy not long ago.
Yep.
That's not always easy to do.
Has Ghost Rider just came back in to the racing? Or has he always been
No,
here?
he's been here a while. He was up in Tier 2.
Yeah, that's maybe how I've not seen him then.
But obviously Tier 2, settings-wise, is now Comp Tier.
Yep.
And because he was the lower part of the old Tier 2, we were originally putting it into Comp Tier, but timing-wise, he could only make Sport Tier.
See, yeah, some people's got problems, obviously, getting home in time for that race. I know my pal Biff, you get yourself, he doesn't get home till like 6:30, 6:45 himself, so by the time he gets in, he's not got enough time to get to like three kind of times. So he's happy enough with that. To stay in Tier 4.
You see, personally, I'd rather race the later tier, but
Doesn't bother me.
I'd say I'm a little bit too quick for sport and not nowhere near quick enough for elite.
You've not really had much practice though, so. But you know something I'm talking about. I've done better racing in expert tier than I have done in comp tier this season so far.
Yeah, you've had a couple of good races in expert.
I finished the race.
Scored solid points in both races.
Oh, unbelievable! Finish a race reserving in a higher tier, and can't finish a race in your own tier. Yeah,
That's what you call sod's law.
Scottish way.
There we go. Final lap has just started.
Oh, ooh. Wait, it's past
Kid and G Star going.
He's done it.
Oh, G Star's lost it.
No. Oh.
And Chris Bailey's trying to go around the outside of Kid Dynamite. A valiant attempt, but I don't think that move was going to work on Mr. Dynamite.
Dynamite's got.
But now
pace here. Oh,
Ant is majorly closing down Chris. Ant's gonna take P2 here, but Chris is going to be safe for P3 at least.
Yeah. If G Star never had that wee mishap, I think Bailey could have been P4. So he's had a bit of luck there.
Certainly has. It looks like my prediction was correct of Kid Dynamite.
It was, mate. Well, the way he was driving tonight.
In his current form, he is a force to be reckoned with.
Oh.
There we go. Kid Dynamite takes the win. Chris comes home second, but will be third after his time penalty kicks in. So, Kid Dynamite first, Ant second, Chris Bailey third, G Star fourth. Ghost Rider comes home fifth, which is great for a challenger tier, and takes the winning challenger, obviously. Lopi sixth, Bit seventh, Calvin eighth, Geke just coming around the final corner. Geke crosses the line in ninth. Sambal will take the position, so he takes ninth, Geke 10th, Smith 11th, Jim 12th, Airways 13th, and Dumbest Hornet 14th. There we go. See what Mr. Hodges just said in YouTube chat. Enjoyed tonight's race, boys. Really like the comms and how funny and relaxed it's been. He says, Grant, you're more than welcome to join the comms team.
Thank you, Hodge. I might take that offer up.
Well, it's the second one we've done together now.
Yep. As long as Simba's my partner. But what I would like to just say is, I mean, for the 14 guys that finished that race, well done. That's a tough one. But the guys that didn't finish, very unlucky. I don't think the
100% races are tough, but overall it's been.
I don't think it's the easiest to do, you know. So
it's been pretty close.
Yeah, it's been an exciting. And
Hodgie says he can arrange that all with him. I think you and him would make a good comms pairing as well. Me
and Hodgie on the rum together.
Yeah, exactly. So there we go.
We'll be singing sea shanties.
The top 14 we've already covered. The DNFs are Single Track, Red Car Rambo, Captain Nibs, Bottle Job Corner, Saviour, and Woomax. Any Driver of the Day nominations from yourself, Grant?
You know something, I'm going to give it to Ghost Rider. I think he's done well to hold that position. Been challenger tier. Kind of thought Dynamite would get the win, but I'm going to give it to Ghost Rider.
Yeah, I think Ghost Rider's a very good call. And there we go, that is your Friday night entertainment over and done with. Join us again Monday for expert tier at 7 o'clock and elite tier at 8:45. But for this evening, it's just a thank you to you, Grant, for joining me, and everybody for watching.
Thanks for having me, and have a good weekend, everyone. Speak to you shortly.
Certainly will. Good night, everyone.